Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Hi. So we have
Good morning.
good morning, and we have Christo, we have Abdul, and we have Nimesh. Are those the names? I'm so sorry. There's an announcement that's going on. See, give me a minute. They're announcing about the vaccines. We'll be getting the vaccines tomorrow, and they're announcing about it, so they're a bit loud. I'm sorry about that. Christo, you have joined from two devices. Am I right?
Yeah, ma'am, because my laptop microphone is not working.
Right. So I mean, I don't mind your data. Your data is being utilized twice, right? I don't mind, but just
Yeah,
checking.
because since it is English for business, you asked us to talk, so it's compulsory. Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
So
Thank you
I
so
don't know
much.
why my laptop microphone is not working. So I join in phone and my laptop.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much for remembering that.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate it. Dr. Arwa Mohammed,
Yes, good morning.
hi. Are you in this
Hi.
program?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm actually, I have started a jewelry brand since 2013,
Right.
since I've changed my career. So I'm just trying to, improve on my business skills, I would say.
Right. So it says doctor. Are you a medical doctor or a PhD doctor?
I'm a dentist.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Right. Okay. Nimesh and Abdul, shall we talk about Nimesh? Nimesh?
Yes, I some technical difficulty.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me a bit about you.
I'm in IT industry more than 15 years.
Right.
So recently, due to this pandemic situation, I start my own startup company.
Right. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me introduce myself first, right? That's wrong of me to start without telling you who I am. Give me a minute. Okay. So this is from yesterday's orientation. It's just I was an English news reader for English TV news reader for about 5+ years at ITN. I'm a professional compere. Like when you go to functions, I compere in English. Some of the big events in Sri Lanka, right? And then I do voicing for documentaries and advertisements. I am an elocution teacher and have been since 2009. So I suppose that's about 12+ years. So I'm Trinity London qualified. And yeah, I have my master's in English studies from Columbia University. I'm a science graduate basically, but since my passion is in English, I have converted into the master's. And since I thought I should brush up on my basic knowledge, I'm now doing my BA in English, external degree from at Chapter. So I really hope I'm capable of helping you all. Not that I'm going to be a teacher or a lecturer, but just someone who will facilitate your business English skills in improving those. Right? Sorry. So Nimesh, I'm so sorry. I think I barged in. Huh? You said you were working?
No, I'm doing my own business right now.
Right. Okay. So you said you were working for some company for 15 years?
Yes,
Right.
since 2007.
Okay.
Let me start. I'm Nimesh Ramasinghe from Colombo, and after my A-levels, I joined Open University as in electronics and computer engineering first degree, and after that, I worked more than 6 companies in finance, manufacturing, food and beverage, and leisure type of industries. As my previous designation was head of technical in IT company. So after all, I started my own business
Own
last
business in what?
March
May I know?
in IT
Oh,
field.
okay. So like software and stuff, or?
No, not software, system, data center, IT infrastructure side.
Okay, that sounds a bit Greek to me, but it sounds impressive as well. Right. So nice meeting you, Mr. Nimesh. Okay.
Nice.
So, Christo, can we talk a bit?
Yeah, ma'am. Myself, Christian Manuel. I'm from Vaunia.
Right.
I
So
have
you're joining
completed.
us from Vaunia right now.
Yeah, ma'am.
Wow. Hi.
Yeah, hi. And I just finished my HND in business management finance specialization from ICBT,
Right.
and currently I'm following international accounting at HRMI campus.
Right.
And
Okay. Charamaya is you have it in Colombo too, right? If I'm not mistaken.
yeah, ma'am.
Right.
They
Okay.
normally they call us Central Campus Colombo. Normally they used to say like that, CCC. So I'm
Right.
also ambassador for G17 program for goal number 16. And I'm always like to entrepreneurship and everything. So I just want to do this diploma. So yeah.
Right. I'm sorry. What is G17? Can you please tell me a bit about it?
Yeah, it's about, ma'am, like a sustainable development by UN, United
All right.
Nations. Every year,
Okay.
this project 2030, ma'am. So my goal is for peace, justice, and strong institutions.
Right. Okay. Impressive.
So
I
by
think
by December, we have to do a project and submit to UN.
okay. And the other thing is, right, I forgot to tell you all, you don't have to call me ma'am or anything. You can call me by my name, which is Malshani or Mal, anything, that's fine. Let's just be friends who help each other out here, okay? Right.
Okay.
Right. Abdul Hamid, I did not hear your voice so far. Can you please talk? If English is difficult, even Sinhala, I'm sorry, I followed 2 courses in Tamil, but after like a few months, I forget. So, Abdul, are you all right with speaking in English or Sinhala?
Yeah. Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Yeah. So please
Can
tell
you
us
hear me?
about yourself. Yeah, we can hear you perfectly well.
I'm Abdul Hamid from
Yeah.
Colombo, and I'm doing work right now as an account assistant.
Right. Account
Uh,
assistant. Okay. So is it
Accounts
like,
assistant, accounts
were you,
executive.
right.
Yeah.
Are you working from
Sorry.
home these days?
Yeah, I work from home.
Right. Okay.
Remote.
Right. You said Colombo. May I know where exactly Colombo?
It's Orguda.
Okay. Right. And Dr. Arwa, I'm sorry, I just know that you're a dentist. Can we speak a bit more?
Yes. What would you like to know about me?
Simply an introduction about yourself.
So I'm born and brought up in India. I'm an Indian
Right.
married to a Sri Lankan here, and I've been living here for the past 12 years.
12.
Yes, 12 years,
Right.
almost 12 years now.
Okay.
And I started this brand called Tresor Fine Artisan Jewelry, which specializes in custom jewelry handmade by local artisans here. I do the
Right.
designing and the stone selection. And that's an 8-year-old brand, but I want to scale it up. And that was one of the main reasons why I've taken this course up.
Okay. So I know this, everyone must be asking you this, but how's Sri Lanka so far?
Initially, I think initial 2 years was a bit too slow for me
Right.
because I'm used to the fast-paced life in Bombay. And now I think I've got so used to here that I don't enjoy Bombay much anymore. So, I like the pace of life. You have more time for yourself. which is a very good thing and a luxury, I must say. So,
Yeah, it can be a luxury as well as a, there are pros and cons.
yes, depends on how
That's
you utilize, I would say. Depends on how you utilize your time. So, yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so you're practicing dentistry here?
No, I don't.
Okay, so me flashing my teeth won't be won't be an issue, right? You won't be thinking, she needs a cleansing or whatever you call it. You won't be doing
No,
that.
I think maybe that if I see you in person, I might comment on something, because since I have been in that profession, automatically it goes, the profile, you view somebody's teeth first. That's what happens, or their smile.
Yeah, and for me too, that happens whenever someone speaks, I automatically listen for grammar or pronunciation mistakes. Not that I go to correct them, but you pick up on them naturally. That's what we do, right? So okay, so all of y'all spoke very well. I'm impressed, right? So this business English, I feel what I have been assigned is won't be too hard for y'all. We'll just go through what I've been told to tell y'all, right? And if you feel that it's not challenging enough, you let me know, then we'll add something to it. All right, so basic stuff, but still, right? Okay, so sorry, that's the wrong presentation. Okay, so like did I introduce my name? It's Malshan Gamade. I'm sorry. So this is day 1. We have 2 more days. So can anyone tell me what skills are needed for us to be considered fluent in a language? What are the 4 skills that one has to have to be considered fluent? Any suggestions? Can we all unmute ourselves unless there's a lot of background noise in the, that'll be disturbing us, unless there is. Christo and Abdul Hamid. Abdul Hamid, do you want me to call you Abdul Hamid or Abdul? Hamid? What do you want me to call you?
Hamid, both can go. Abdul Hamid.
Right. And Nime, you want me to call you both? Or just Hamid or Abdul?
No, anyone is okay.
Anything is okay, right? Okay. And Nimesh Rama Singha, is it?
Yes, Ram Singha.
So obviously Nimesh, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, right. Christo, what's your full name? Is it just Christo?
No, Christo Emmanuel.
Christo?
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful name. Right. Okay. So can anyone tell me what skills we need? Like there are 4 skills or 4 domains of language that we need to be good in, not fluent per se, but we need to be good in to be considered not fluent either, but a good communicator in English, in any language.
You meant like reading, listening,
That's
writing?
right, very good. Yeah, reading, listening, writing.
Speaking.
Huh?
Speaking.
Very good. So like that was who? Christo?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So like Christo said, there are 4 skills. There are other ways of breaking fluency, but these are the skills that I would like to focus on, right? So if you have ever done IELTS, the 4, oh hi, there's a new person that's joined. Is it Dilanka?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Dilanka. Right, so now we have already started our presentation. So once we finish it, I would like you to introduce yourself if that's okay, it has to happen.
Okay.
Hi. Right, so
I can't see that sharing history.
you can't. Okay, the others can, right?
No.
No,
No, it
actually.
can't actually. It's, I think, loading or there's some error happening over there.
Why did you not tell me this before? Hold on, let me check what's right. Oh dear. I specifically made it like, you know, without a lot of animations and stuff, because that happened yesterday also to another presenter. Can you see it now?
Yeah, now can see.
Yes,
Right.
can.
Much better. Why did you not tell me? I was thinking that y'all can see my beautiful presentation and talking. Right? Okay. So like I said, this is English. I'm Marshadi. This is the first day out of 3. So the skills for fluency, like Christo said, you have listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So all 4 needs to be, you know, up to a certain standard if you are to be a good communicator in English. So what you mean by receptive is what you put inside, and productive is what you put out from you. So if you don't have good receptive skills, you can't have good productive skills. If there's nothing here, there's nothing that comes out of here. That is what I believe, right? Which is why I tell people to read a lot and, you know, watch TV in English, right? So actually all 4 are combined, right? All 4 are interrelated, you might say. Okay. So an effective presentation. Okay, before we go to that, can everyone, like, you know, maybe tell me one thing they would expect from an effective presentation? Let's start with Hamid. Can you tell me one thing that you would expect an effective presenter to have their presentation? Hamid?
Yeah,
Yeah. Can you tell me one thing? One thing that you think should be there?
confidence.
Very good. Yes, confidence. So how would you get that confidence?
By communicating with a lot of people.
Right. So that is before actually coming to the presentation. And how will you be confident for the presentation, during the presentation?
You need to know what subject you're talking about.
Exactly. And you have to really, you know, you have to practice a bit beforehand. Isn't that right?
Yes,
I
you
mean,
have to prepare.
Exactly. Not so much that when you start talking, people know, okay, she's, you know, sort of swallowed it whole and she's just repeating it or regurgitating it, right? But it should be like, you know, you have to know what you're talking about. And that's right. Thank you so much for those answers. Christo, can you give me another characteristic of a good presenter?
The fluency. No?
Right. Fluency is, I would say, not 100% required.
And interactive presentation.
Yeah, that's right. You have to be
With the
interactive.
audience.
Exactly. If you just stare at the screen and don't make eye contact with the audience, they will start, you know, snoozing off in a bit.
Yeah.
And you'll be, when you turn around, they'll all be sleeping, which is not what you want, right? Ultimately, at the end of the day. So yes, exactly. And you can engage them. What are the other ways of engaging an audience? Christo or anybody else? It's fine.
Asking questions from them.
That's right. Good. I'm sorry, what?
Eye contact.
Exactly, eye contact. So not just one person, right? If you're scared, you can look somewhere right above their eye level to make them think that you're looking at them, but you're not looking at them, and you don't have that problem with, you know, you don't have to be insecure about it. But it's best if you can look at a few people, right? Have a select few people in the audience and make eye contact with them, like in a repeated fashion. Okay, what else? What else can you do to interact with them? Dilanka, any ideas? Any thoughts?
Body language.
Yes. So can you elaborate on that, please? What do you mean by body language?
I think that icon text it says,
Right.
and pitching,
Sorry.
pitching. That means how it say? කටහඬ උස් පහත් කරන එක. I don't mean
Right.
that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So it's volume changes, intonation, pitch. Right. You're right. And what about walking? And where do you stand on walking and talking? Dr. Arma, what do you think? When it comes to walking during a presentation, what do you think about that?
It depends on how broad an area you're covering. If you walk too much, it would take the attention away from the subject.
Exactly.
But if you move enough to, like face the audience in every direction, say it's in a presenting room where, you're in one corner and you move a little away from the podium, I would say that's okay, but not just walk all over.
Yes.
So
plus, you shouldn't walk when you're talking because the audience gets distracted by your movement and they don't really concentrate on what you're saying. Right? So thank you for that, Dr. Arpa. Anything else to add? Sorry, I barged in, I think.
No, I was done by then.
Right, okay. Okay, what else? Now, Nimesh, I don't think I asked you for one, huh?
Yeah, I'm thinking of that. We can say storytelling, something like that.
Exactly, so that's a very good point. Yes, so if you start with a story, not that if you only have 10 minutes and out of it, if you relate a story for about 6 minutes, that's definitely a no-no. But you're right. You start with something interesting so that you can hook your audience, right?
Yes.
And yeah, that's a very good way to do it. And towards the end also, you can maybe attach a little piece of the story to the end and show them how it all comes together. Am I right, Nimesh?
Yes.
Anything else?
We can use hand gestures.
That's right, yes. But if you use it a lot, like I tend to do sometimes, that doesn't. Yeah?
I think I can see you are doing more hand gestures.
You want me to do more hand gestures?
No, I saw you were doing something.
Yes. So I have this, I sometimes, I move around so much, even on TV, I get blasted sometimes. I have this thing too, like, I like to move around. So, okay. Which is not good actually, in a sense, for certain presentations, you can't. Right? Okay. Dr. Arva, I don't think you gave us an answer. You explained, elaborated.
Right. Another thing would be to emote, I would say, when you're talking, so that the audience knows that you're not just monotonously speaking. You need to feel what you're speaking so that they can relate and they'll engage better.
Yes, that natural communication, right? So, you shouldn't be overly confident, nor should you be, what's the right word? You shouldn't be parroting off whatever is there on the presentation.
Yes.
And what about the presentation itself? I'm sorry, did I miss anyone? Did I not ask any one person? If not, please volunteer. Right. So what about the presentation in itself? Do you really need a visual presentation to do a good presentation? What do you all think about that?
The visual will help to, I would say a visual is required to a small extent, so that the crowd knows what they are engaging in. At times they, lose in the middle of the topic, so they can see the screen and just know what is being discussed. And but it shouldn't be very with a lot of animation where they again get distracted by seeing the animation. So it has to be, the font has to be clear, it has to be very legible and precise, not too much on it.
Exactly, concise, right? So we usually say on a presentation, use only the keywords and you have the details in your head, right? Yes. I would argue that a really good speaker might not necessarily need a presentation,
Yeah.
right? Because the way they speak, the way they engage the crowds, they might not need it, but it depends. Again, depends on the purpose, right? Okay, so but thank you so much. This is turning out to be way better than I imagined it to be, because from the first day I thought y'all were reluctant to speak, but now I see that y'all aren't, and I'm really glad. Okay, so just a few pointers here. So clear pronunciation, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have all this English pronunciation where you say wake up. I went on the road and saw so many vehicles, so that, no, it doesn't necessarily have to be that, right? It has to be pronunciation that is understood by your audience. So basically, since we are Sri Lankans, we have our own English variety. So we have to use that pronunciation, right? So us saying vehicles is fine. Us saying academy is fine, right? You don't have to say academy just to, you know, be closer to British English or whatever. Brevity. Does anyone know what brevity means? Can anyone guess? Crystal?
Brevity.
So this is what Dr. Arba was speaking about a bit earlier.
It's about like something related to the duration.
Sort of, yes. Brevity means, you know, you have it, this very hackneyed phrase. There's this overused phrase, hackneyed, right? Short and sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
So just the important pointers. All right. So the next one is conviction. You have to know what you're talking about, right? If you don't have a clue about what's going on, you're just going to make a fool of yourself, right? Please let me know if I tend to speak a bit fast at times. Let me know if I'm going too fast for you all, okay? Because like I said, we are all friends. I'm trying to be friends with you all, right? And there has to be a logical sequence, a coherent or cohesive. We say they have to be cohesive and coherent, right? That means there should be a connection from one to the other. And that connection, you should be able to see a pattern in it, right? So repetition can be a good way, good mechanism that you can use. I mean, like Dr. Arma said, sometimes you lose the train of thought, right? You forget, okay, what is she talking about again? So that happens. So if you can repeat repeat what you said earlier, not like in long lengthy sentences, but a bit, where you bring back to memory what you're talking about, and the audience is hooked. Appropriate word choice. Register. That means a register means, or you can say terminology. So now if you're talking to, let's say, a sales crowd, if you use medical terminology, will that work? No, right? They won't understand. You're talking to A-level students. If you use the terminology used for, I don't know, undergraduate engineering students, that wouldn't work. So you have to be you need to know your audience. And when you start presenting, you have to read your audience. That's what it says. So this is why this is so difficult, this online thing, because I can't see you all, I can't look at your body language, because all of that gives me clues as to whether I'm doing okay, right? So I have to read my audience and change accordingly, right? So avoiding hackneyed phrases like first and foremost. Hackneyed means overused. These words you've heard over and over and over again. You're so sick of hearing them, right? So first and foremost, and short and sweet, and there are so many. I can't recall right now. Any hackneyed phrases that comes to mind?
You know.
Exactly, yes, you know. So you know is actually more like a filler. When you're not too confident to move on, you might say you know.
Yeah.
Or yes. So what else?
Right, or something. Where they use typically like right, uh, you know, right, like they in order to the word right is something
Okay.
people more use. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you say right, and I would like things like that. So you need to change it up, shake it up a bit. Not that you have to be uncomfortable doing it, but you know, you need to have a bit of a varied vocabulary to engage your audience. And the last one is the natural flow, right? Can you tell me how would you realize if someone has, you know, by-hearted something and is relating it, or it's a natural conversation, a natural relating? How would you distinguish between those two? Sri Lanka, what do you think?
They would.
Yes, doctor. Sorry. Yeah.
No, one thing is, Malshani, please don't call me Dr. Arva every time. Just
Right.
Arva would be fine.
Okay.
And if somebody else is answering, that's fine. Otherwise, I'll take over.
Right. Okay. Sri Lanka, how would you know that someone is being natural in their presentation or very, you know, artificial and, you know, chock full of nervous energy?
Yeah, natural flow is a very best, I think,
Very.
because when you talk about some business or some another presentation, then our audience is friendly with us.
Right.
But we are doing a business in a genuine presentation, and I think it's some boring thing.
That's right. But no, what I'm asking is, how do you distinguish what are the differences between natural language, a natural flow, and a very artificial flow? How do you මෙයානම් කටපාඩම් කරලා තමයි ඇවිල්ලා මෙයානම් මාරයි presenter කෙනෙක් විදියට මාරයි. How would you understand that? From what will you understand?
Their voice will be very monotonous.
Exactly.
And,
Yes.
they will not be emoting or pausing enough. You have to take natural pauses to speak, and the interaction won't be there. Like it would just be like they're just talking about something and they'll be done with it. So they
That's
won't
right.
have anything where they'll interact with the audience or emote. Yeah.
That's right. So you have, thank you. That's a great answer. And Dilanka, yes, the way you engage with the audience will show whether you are being natural or not, right? And the other thing is, now when you're talking in a very natural sense, you get your you get your words wrong, or you say I'm sorry, and you go back and you talk about it. There are fillers. There are fillers as in okay, so like that. So it feels it's not mechanical, right? And not rattled off. So it's the appropriate word choice and avoiding hackneyed phrases, natural flow, clear pronunciation, brevity, conviction, logical sequence. Now that's just rattling off. But if I were to say clear pronunciation and brevity, that would look more natural, but not to be done in front of a major presentation, of course. Then they'll think that you're not up to no good. So yeah, so these things have to be there, right? So I want us to watch a little video. This is something I got from YouTube about effective presentation, right? Because afterwards, what's the time now? So it's 10:05. I'll give you about 15 minutes to prepare your own presentation, right? So I'm not sure if you all can share on this platform, but even if not, we can have a little discussion. I will check and let you know on that, right? So just can you all hear? Can you hear?
No.
Right, hold on.
No, can't.
Now?
No, there's no volume.
Okay, hold on. Then then what I need to do is,
Hey practitioners, today I'm
Now
going to be
it's there.
okay, right.
teaching you, with the help of my friend Dana Bluen, the top 7 tips for a great presentation. Dana Bluen is an entrepreneur currently living in Bangkok, Thailand, where he is a co-founder and CEO of a company called Mango Labs. Anyways, here's some of his tips. We all have to give presentations at different points in our life. That might be for school or work or an organization that you are involved with. No matter where we give the presentation or to who, we want to make sure that it has the impact on the audience and that it's memorable. These are 7 tips that are going to ensure that you nail the presentation and leave a lasting impression on your audience. Number 1, know your audience. The first step in preparing for any presentation should be to get a better idea of who your audience is. Knowing your audience will allow you to understand the type of content they are going to be expecting with regards to depth and technical detail. You wouldn't want to give the same presentation to a group of high school students who are interested in entrepreneurship that you would to a room full of startup founders and CEOs, because their expectations and level of understanding will be on completely different levels. Dig up as much as you can about who your audience is, what industries they work in, and what positions they generally hold. This allows you to really tailor the content and delivery of the presentation in a way that will really make it stand out and be memorable. Too many times people give killer presentations at one venue to a group made up of their core audience and then bomb on the same presentation to a different group because they didn't make the changes they needed to better address the new audience. Just because you kill it in one audience doesn't mean the same exact content will replicate the reaction with all audiences. Number 2, use structures to build on ideas. If you stand up and give a presentation and all the points you want to make are just tossed around randomly and they don't make any sense, not too many people are going to enjoy your presentation, and if they remember it, it's likely that it's not for the reasons that you want them to. However, if you structure your presentation in a way that each idea, each section builds on the one before it, you help your audience connect with the content and create logical links between the concepts. This is a great way to make more complex ideas easier for the audience to understand and remember. Number 3, use visuals. Another great tool to cement those ideas in the mind of your audience is to use visuals like charts, communicate a concept. As many as 60.
Sorry, just wanted to check whether y'all can see and hear properly.
Yeah.
Right. Everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Please let me know if not, because there's no point otherwise.
Cement those ideas in the mind of your audience is to use visuals like charts, graphs, and infographics to illustrate and communicate a concept. As many as 65% of people are considered to be visual learners. So if you don't take this approach in your presentation, you are going to ignore the vast majority of the population. Using an image, regardless of if it's a picture, graph, or chart, can be a much more potent conveyor of information and has a much more powerful impact on the audience. A single image can convey so much information. Just like the old saying that a picture is worth 1,000 words. It really is. Think of the impact this can have when explaining data or results in a presentation. If you had to stand there in front of your audience and go through every data point verbally, it can get bad quickly. And this is much more common of an occurrence than you might think. But if you're able to visualize that data for your audience with a graph or chart, you instantly make it much more understandable and memorable. Showing someone 200% growth with a graph is much more exciting than explaining it while they're looking at the raw data. For example, if I took away the screen of this video and all you saw was black, it wouldn't be near as exciting. Number 4, repetition is your friend. Having a bit of structure in your presentation goes a long way in keeping the audience engaged because they can follow the information from step to step. But even more than just structuring the flow of the presentation, you also want to build in repetition. This encourages people to remember the key points of the presentation and helps it stick, which again makes it, and you, more memorable. A classic way to go about repetition is something Dana learned early on when he started his public speaking career. Another speaker at a big regional tech event came up to him after a talk and complimented Dana on his delivery and the depth of the material, but asked why he didn't use more repetition. Dana was a bit stumped because he never really thought about that before. The other speaker suggested that Dana start telling the audience what it is he wanted to tell them, just to give them a brief rundown of the key points. After that, move right into the body of the presentation and tell them exactly what was highlighted at the beginning, but obviously with more detail and extra elements that you add in to make the presentation stick. Then end the presentation by telling them what you just told them, reminding them of the key points and a brief summary for final repetition. Using this technique helps to reinforce the main points of the presentation at least 3 times, at the beginning, middle, and end. The key is to find a way to do this that it feels natural and not overly scholastic. And that takes practice, which we'll talk about later on. Tip number 5, have a story to tell. The difference between an average presentation that people zone out of and a great presentation that keeps them engaged is how you convey the information to the audience. A great way to convey the information or key points of your presentation is to use a story. By using a story, preferably an interesting one, you get your point across and you're creating a moment in the presentation that is memorable and easier for the audience to recall later. It's also hopefully going to be something that catches their attention, pulling them into what you were saying. One of the keys here, though, is that it has to be a story you can tell with commitment, and it has to be true. Always be honest with your audience, because if you're not, they will know and you will have lost all credibility. Tip number 6, be relatable. Being relatable is actually one of the most important factors of your delivery. You want to be someone that your audience can relate to, that they would feel comfortable with talking to. Even when giving a talk as an expert on a topic, you want the audience to feel the relation. It helps them mentally engage with your content and remember you and your talk. Most people don't feel comfortable going up and talking to a stern authority figure, and no one wants to listen to someone with no confidence. So there's a fine balance you need to strike, and here's how. The most important thing you can do to come across as more relatable is to be authentic. Be yourself. Another great way to accomplish this is to work on coming across as relaxed, which can be difficult if you're not used to presenting, but this goes a long way to helping people see you as relatable. The final way you can be more relatable is to be enthusiastic about your presentation. Your enthusiasm will transfer to your audience, and now that you have enthusiasm in common, you will begin to see as more relatable. If you can get all 3 of these techniques mastered, you will be well on your way to making it to your audience relate to you. Tip number 7, build your confidence with practice. This might be the last tip, but it is by far the most important one out of these 7. Confidence in what you do is by far the most important element of your presentation. Having confidence adds an authority to everything you say during your presentation, but you're not going to develop the confidence you need if you don't practice, and practice a lot. Whenever Dana gives a talk or presentation, he practices. He says for hours. Dana wants to make sure he has the timing down, that he knows every slide so he doesn't have to read off them. He knows what the next slide is so he can smoothly transition between them so that he will sound natural and authentic, and can explain the concepts and tell the stories with confidence. And this all comes with practice. When you are practicing a presentation, it's not enough to sit in front of your computer and go through it. You have to practice it in front of other people. Invite some friends over and have them give some feedback on your presentation, and make improvements based on their feedback. No one gets it right the first time, but practice will get you towards perfect. With these 7 tips, you should be able to put together and deliver a masterful presentation that will wow your audience and make sure that they remember you and your topic. If you guys like this collaboration, be sure to check out Dana's YouTube channel and...
Right. I hope you all got something out of that. Okay. So, sorry. I said I'll talk to. But there are 2 more new people. As in, apart from Lanka, there's 1 more. Hi, Lanka. Can we get to know you, please?
Hello.
Yes. Yeah. Tell us a bit about you.
I'm Lanka Sanjay.
Hi.
I'm from Ratnapura, and
Okay.
I'm CEO of my Phonics Software Solution. It's my main company.
Okay.
And my education, I am software engineer.
Right.
My degree is Bachelor of Engineering Software Engineering degree, and my master degree is MSc in Digital Marketing. So that's enough, I think. But my English is not fluent.
You're not bad. I mean, I spoke to so many of y'all now, and I find y'all that y'all are fantastic. I mean, the main point of any language is getting it across, right? Getting your idea across without your audience being confused, or the audience being, left wondering what the hell was he talking about. So I think you are doing fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay, right. I mean, you don't have to say thank you because that was just the truth. Right. Now that whoever Diksha seems to have left. Yes. Right. Then what you have to do next. Can you all see the presentation?
Yes, can.
Right. So this is a little assignment that you all have to do. Make a presentation for about, let's say, 4 minutes. And I want you all can use paper, you all can use, can you please state whether you all are allowed to share whether you all are allowed to share from your, I'm not sure because this is the Edulink portal. I'm not too sure if they are.
If we are made co-hosts for this, then we should be able to share. If
Right.
not, the thing is, we'll have to just speak it out.
Right. Okay. I'm not too sure because, like I said, this is not my own Zoom, so I'm a bit.
I don't think
skeptical.
normally they're allowed to share though, because it's literally managed.
Yeah. So then what we can do is, can you all maybe use a bit of paper or whatever, like props or whatever, and prepare a speech for about, what did I say, 4 minutes, right? So for about 4 minutes, and we'll all discuss once you finish it. Not that we are going to criticize it or anything. We'll see what we can add to it, what needs to come, like, you know, what needs to be removed, things like that. So is that all right? Can everyone share, switch on their videos for this activity? Abdul, Christo, Arva?
Yeah.
Yes. Nimesh, Dilanka? Can you switch on the video?
Yeah, can.
Okay, nice to see you. Right. Christo, can you switch on the video?
Yeah, ma'am. Wait a minute.
No, you don't have to do it now, but for the presentation,
Yeah, sure.
let's just see if we can.
I just had a haircut now, so I don't think you guys like.
You have what? I'm sorry.
I had a haircut.
Oh, that's
A terrible haircut.
so that's okay. We all have had. I mean, these days we all look ugly because we can't go to our salons or get our hair cut. Or don't worry about it at all.
We need to create in presentation.
Yes, as in you don't create a PowerPoint presentation, because if you all can't share it, there's no point. But you can maybe take a few papers and jot down some notes or letters. Hi, Hamid. Nice to see you. Okay.
Hi.
So you all can just draw some lines or write a few words, and you can, hold it up. So, okay, this is just a paper. So you can hold it up and talk about it, right? And you can,
Flashcards, something like flashcards.
you can use something like flashcards. Yes, I was thinking more along like, PowerPoint come alive,
Right.
sort of. But anything, and then we'll talk about it amongst ourselves and see what we can improve or what needs to be kept. Right? Who did I check? Nimesh, you can switch on, right? You're not the one with the bad haircut. No? That's Christo, right? Nimesh, can you switch on the video if needed? Not if needed, we do need it. Abdul, you can switch it off for now. We just need it when the presentation starts. I mean, I don't mind having you all, having to see you all, but I know there are data issues. Right? Nimesh, you didn't tell me. Will you be able to switch on the video? Nimesh? Has Nimesh gone walking? Okay, anyway, shall we start? Try to make it as creative as possible. You can do a little sketch, anything.
What is the theme of this presentation though?
All right, sorry. So this is what you have to explain what your business is, right? And the product or service that you're offering and why it addresses a certain problem that you identified and needs addressing, right? So, and the target market and how you selected this particular demographic and how you're addressing it, like how you are, getting them to buy it or purchase it or use it. Okay, so the presentation should be about your business, the product or service that you're offering. So you can go into details. So like what you said, Darva, like you specialize in jewelry, you get local artisans to produce it. and you select your own stones, you said. So that, and you can maybe even show us a few examples, few samples, and then the problems. Why did you feel that this is necessary? Is it a niche market? And then who are you addressing it to? Who are you marketing it to? Who are you catering it to? Who have you sort of approached and talked about it to? Things like that. All right. Okay. So Dilanka, yes. Hamid, yes. Christo, yes. No. Someone has left. Image. Yes. Right. Anyway, so it's 10:22. You all can take a break if you wish up till 10:30, and then around 10:45 we'll take the presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. If you're leaving, please let me know, because otherwise I'll be waiting for you to come back by 10:45.
So is it okay if I leave and then rejoin at 10:45?
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. It'll be more
Right,
practical.
okay. Sure.
Bye.
Bye. I'm here if anyone wants to know anything. Talk to me if anyone has any queries, please. I'm here. So Nimesh, what I asked you all to do was, since you all can't share a PowerPoint presentation, so I asked you all to bring like maybe your own samples, and create a presentation using paper. You don't necessarily need paper either. You can just talk, showing certain stuff. But what you have to talk about is for about 4 minutes, your business, right? The name of your business. What are the products and services that you offer? What is the problem that you're addressing? Why do you think your product is needed, right? And you can talk about your product specs and, you know, service, I don't know, how the service occurs, what extra service or after sales services that you do, things like that, right? And then the demographic or the market that you are trying to attract and how you are going about it, what you are doing to attract that particular target market, and why you think they are the ones who need it the most, need your product the most. Right? About 4 minutes talking should be fine. Okay, and then we'll be all, towards the end, we'll let's everyone talk about it, and we can all have our inputs and see where we can improve or where we have to maintain that level. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I have created a presentation. Can I use that?
Is this for some other time?
No, this time.
You created it right now?
No, it's my business proposal presentation.
Right. Okay, so let me ask you, how long is it?
I'm use that presentation for some competition.
Right. How long will it go? Like what is the time length? Time
Last
duration. No, time duration. Does it take about 5
month.
minutes, 10 minutes?
I can do it 4 minutes.
Right. And do you think it's suitable for this class, whatever you have in it?
I think yes.
Okay, then that's fine. So we'll wait until 10:45, right? And then we'll start the presentation. Okay, practice it until that time.
I think you can give share screen options.
That's the this is the thing, right? Lanka, this is not my portal. This is Edulink's portal. So there are certain things I can't do as far as I know. Do you think you can guide me through this? Because if so, I can try. Otherwise, I'm a bit scared. You have that issue. That's why. Let me see. Okay, so if it was my Zoom, this thing, it would have been okay. Copy invitation, edit.
No.
Then what do we do?
In share screen button, you can see
Right.
up arrow.
Okay, let me see.
In participant chat, share screen, record.
All right.
In bottom area. In here, share screen, you can see up arrow.
Right. One participant can share at a time. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay?
All right. Who can share? All participants.
Yeah. Now then. Yeah. Now we can.
Oh, great. Okay. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Since I teach kids most of the time, I don't allow them to share. So I never knew that this option existed. Thank you. Learn something from you. Right. Right. I think allocated time is up. So we had about 23 minutes exactly. So are we ready? Who would like to go first? And 4 minutes is 4 minutes, huh? Not maybe about 10 seconds before or after is fine, but not 10. Let's say 30 seconds before or after is fine, but not beyond that. So that means 3.5 to 4.5 minutes is fine. Who's going to go first? Hello, Arwa, welcome back. So I was saying that we should, the maximum time range allowed is 3.5 to 4.5 minutes, neither beyond that or lesser than that. Okay, and we found the way to share. Dilanka took me through the process of sharing.
Okay, I haven't prepared in a presentation format like that.
That's fine. That's okay. So will you be starting?
I'm okay if everyone's okay.
Right. Okay. Shall we all stop whatever we are doing and listen to Arwa? And once she finishes, we should give her our feedback. Right? Okay, Arwa, I'm going to time you.
Right.
And let's start.
So good morning, everyone. I'll give a brief introduction about my business today. My brand is called Tresor Fine Artisan Jewelry. I'm the founder, proprietor, and creative head. And I've launched this brand since 2013. We specialize in custom jewelry in gold and silver and any other precious metal. And our product range goes from lovely necklaces like this. I'm trying to, right? So we've got varieties of necklaces to suit like the working women, as well as those who want to underdress or just accessorize their sari. And also some offbeat items like key tags in silver with a semi-precious stone. And also stuff like cufflinks for men. In fact, I have a Father's Day collection that is on whoweare.lk. These are one of those cufflinks. And there are kurta buttons as well. So this is for the men who like to dress up. So I cater to a variety of options for accessorizing yourself. I love cocktail rings and earrings, but I know a lot of my clients prefer something small and dainty. So I do give them that option. So this is something delicate, an emerald ring with CZ. And this is a little blingy, which is a pink sapphire ring with zircons. And then this is a showstopper, which is a ruby ring, which can go for cocktail events as well as something that you can just wear it for a lunch out with friends. So I try to give a varied range to my clients where they can choose what they would like. And I stock a series of at least 200 to 300 pieces in silver at a time. And I only do custom orders in gold. My forte where my work is concerned is I take some time to let my clients get to know my clients better, how they focus on their lifestyle, their choice, the way of dressing, and then I suggest what pieces would go with their outfits. And then we build up on a design. And that is something a lot of jewelers here don't give their clients as an option. So I think I cater to a very niche market in the custom or bespoke jewelry department, I would say. And my target market in this department would be people who want something different. Another thing since the past few years, as my reputation grew within the circles, a lot of people come with their heirloom pieces, which are just lying in a locker and they can't do anything about it. So I don't have anything of those to show, but say for example, now this is a statement cuff, which you can even travel with without feeling insecure that, oh, I might lose it or I might damage it or somebody's going to rob it. So you can travel abroad with such pieces and attend an event without feeling insecure that you might misplace a very expensive piece. And I do cater to brides and grooms and their wedding party favors. And also, that's another target market of mine. And another special mention I would say is my artisans are all locally based. So everything that's done is locally handled. And that's why my business in this last 1.5 years of pandemic hasn't been affected as much. It has been going. Yes, it's been slower. I can't expect people to buy jewelry in these hard times. But then there have been people who want to indulge in, a bit of self-pampering, I would say. So that's another reason why people want it. And my main concern is because it's all handcrafted, there is a difference in pricing where a lot of mass manufacturers are there. So that's one of the only problems I really face. Other than that, everything I've handled, like even gemstone sourcing, certifications, everything are done here. So my only thing is where price, a lot of people feel that, oh, this is cheaper, why not go for that? But I make sure that what you're getting in the end, no one else has it.
Right.
So that's where I want to end my presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Very interesting, actually. Right. You didn't tell us how you access your client base.
Okay, I need to mention. So my client base, initially, it was through word of mouth, as in just family. And then I started doing pop-ups at initially because I used to do only short span of time, like a few hours, because my son was very small at that time. So I used to do at Dutch Burger Union and Aurudo Polars and Christmas events for like half a day, like 4 hours, 5 hours. Then as he grew older, I started doing the full day shows at like the SLECC and then at Ramada, at Taj. So I did those events and at Park Street Muse. So mainly it was through word of mouth, and it mostly still is. So if somebody wants to...
Do you not advertise on Facebook or anything like
I
that?
have
Right
a
now?
Facebook and Instagram page.
Yes,
And
but advertisements wise, just the page. Yeah?
advertisement wise, the thing is, what I've seen is I've had mostly, you call them ghost followers, or people who want to just waste your time, ask inquiries, and they'll be like, oh, okay, I'll get back to you. They're not serious buyers per se. So I tend not to waste so much time. And I retail at a boutique here at Stratford Avenue. And I used to retail at Zudora as well, with Ramona and Charini at their boutique. And that boutique closed down in 2019. So after that, we have discontinued. And currently, I'm also retailing at Kuvia.lk. That's Otara's website.
Right.
So,
And
yeah.
where do you see yourself maybe in 5 minutes, with 5 years, with regards to the business? What are you aiming at?
I see myself exporting more abroad. I do export abroad, like one-off pieces for a client with insurance to their doorstep. And these orders have mostly come through word of mouth. Like a family or friend here has recommended and they want it done, and I send it across to them. So I see more of those happening. And also the trend into silver jewelry with semi-precious or precious stones is on the higher side, because the affordability is there and the variety is more.
Okay. So you mainly handle silver and gold on special request.
Yes, because I think as an investment also, this is something that I've self-funded over time. And I've started with rupees 25,000 worth of stock. And now I have a stock worth about 4 million. So there's a big difference. And I'm taking it slow because I'm the one mainly handling everything, other than the Smiths are doing the physical work, obviously, but the marketing and the retailing part, everything's being handled by me.
All right. Okay. Anybody with comments or questions for Arva? We are helping each other out. So if there's something you want her to know, if it was a good presentation, why don't you tell her? For me, Arva, maybe because of this angle, I felt you could be a bit more, your body language could be a bit more, you were like this. Only when you started using showing us the jewelry, did you start really?
I actually had a whole lot to show, but when I'm showing, the problem is I end up forgetting what I was about to say. So since there wasn't enough time to prepare, so I just went with the flow then.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's just that I think we can work a bit more on your body language, right? Okay, that's great, Arva. Thank you so much. Who's next? Thank you. Who's next? Now, come on. We only have about 35 minutes more. So if we need to do this fast and well, you need to ramp up. Come on. Energy. Okay. So I'll have to call out names, and that is embarrassing, I feel, because we are all adults here. So okay, Christo, shall we do our presentation, Christo?
I'm not done with my slides, but I think I can do it.
How much longer do you need?
I just started after asking you, like, can I do with this? But I think if there is anyone who ready to present,
then we'll take someone else. Yes.
If not, I will present.
Okay. Thank you, Christo. Dilank, can we do our presentation?
Yeah.
So you already have that, right? Yeah, please. So it's 3.5 to 4.5 minutes. All right. Don't go beyond that or less than that.
Okay. Give me a second. I will share my screen.
Right.
I think you can see.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
Looks nice.
Okay. I may start now. Exam Hub. Exam Hub is an innovative online examination platform. That's the name. What I see that what I see problem when we look in the Sri Lankan students, according to my research, only 60% students are did past papers. According to my research, only 35% students are checking right and wrong answers after did that exam papers. Exam papers means model papers, so any past papers before they did exams. And only 10% students are checking why that question is wrong, why that question is right. That is the what I see in education industry. So in education industry, we can see 4.2 million student base in Sri Lanka, and 1.1 million students are doing O-level and A-level. You can see O-level students are 6 lakhs and 5 lakhs A-level students in here, and I'm target only 1% students in that O-level and A-level market in my business model. So that's my big idea. It's Exam Hub. Exam Hub is a gamification application for do their exams without any boredom. So this is my solution application. This is on live now. When we come to app, students can click in here, play quicks, battle quicks, and self challenge, and we are updated it to this version now. Play quicks, battle quicks, self challenge, daily quicks, and contest. In play quicks area, they can do exams. Battle quicks, they can battle with their friends, and self challenge, they can they can challenge for themselves. And daily quicks, we are get random questions per day, and contest is some we are giving some contest for our students. I'm not going to explain all screenshots now.
Dilanka,
Yes.
can we speak a bit slower? I know you're scared about the time limit, but let's
Yeah.
speak a bit slower.
Okay,
Okay.
sure. Okay,
Right.
sure.
Yeah, they didn't take your time for that.
Okay. So what is that our app unique? In here, they can do their exam, clicking play quicks, then can select the category. Category means in this is A-level application, biology, chemistry, accounting, all subjects are we are include. If you if anyone click biology, then he can click what year he need. In that screenshot not in here. We add 10 years papers. Then click within they click 2015 biology paper. Then we are separate that 40 questions to 4 levels.
Slow down.
Okay, because most of the students most of the students can't do 40 questions per time because they are tired. We are thinking that level. So for every level we giving 10 questions only. Then they are mentally okay. So then you can see question area in here, question and answers, and he can get the chances, life chances, 50-50, skip, ask the audience, and timer. This is we are giving for chances for students, and this is battle question. After they did exams, they can check results, also answers, and we giving leaderboard for them. We are encourage our students, giving some gift, coming to leaderboard first, second, and third. This is my proposed solution. We are now developing game for this app, and website also in cloud. You can see www.examhub.lk. This website is also live. So why we different in our competitors? We don't use any traditional exam system, and we don't use 40 questions per time. We are giving 10 questions per level. We are mentally we are giving that 10 questions for do their exams without any laziness. We are giving some gift for encourage our students, and easy to use this application. And this is daily active count.
Dilanka, we'll have to stop. We are beyond that time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Let me ask you, do you have a timer with you?
Sorry?
Do you have a timer with you?
No, no, I didn't.
So, yes. So next time when we start a presentation, you have to have your own timer. Okay.
Okay.
Then it will be easy. Was it because it was a big, I'm actually very impressed. That's a very, I don't know, a very much needed solution, I would say. So, and I'm going to recommend it to my children also. It's there, right?
Yeah, it's
So,
online.
On Play Store and all?
On Play Store and website. I'm updated iOS. Within 2-3 days, it's update. It's like.
Okay, right. So why were you so fast? Were you scared you won't be able to tell it all, or was it because you were nervous?
I think I want to say about all things.
Right.
That time.
So that's the thing. So for the 4.5 minutes, you should select. Right. I know there are lots of advantages, but you have to pick the most important one or two and then talk about it. Right. You were so fast at the beginning. I didn't understand what you were saying. You were. I couldn't understand. So time එක අනුව ඔක්කොම you don't have to sort of, what do you call it? You don't have to squeeze it in. Just pick out the most important and talk about it. Okay, right. I loved your presentation anyway. And the other thing is, I would suggest you to get your presentation proofread. Okay, Lanka, there are some, I think there are certain mistakes that you can get, like little grammatical errors that you can get corrected.
Yeah,
that would be better, right?
Okay.
So
Thank
get
you.
someone to proofread it. Anyone else who has any comment about it? I found it
Lanka,
really
I
interesting.
want to know, it's actually a very helpful thing. I want to know whether he is doing it only for the local syllabus or is it even available for EdExcel and Cambridge?
Yeah, this is coming to you from a parent, not from a prospective entrepreneur.
Yes. No, but I mean, it's just a query in case if I can, share the details about this to, required people also.
Yeah,
So they're sitting for exams.
Yeah, only we are use only now O-level and A-level past syllabus in Sri Lankan syllabus. Past papers, 10 years past papers for that now.
And you also, I mean, I know you haven't completed your presentation. I was looking forward to the whole thing though. I know with the time constraint, but do you even provide solutions or like say the key guidelines for a perfect answer that they need to write? Is that available as well?
Yeah. This
Hello?
is only use. This is only use. We only use only MCQs for now.
Oh, okay. There are no answers as such, right? Then got it. Okay.
Yeah, they can do their MCQs in here and they can review the answers.
So there is a review.
Okay.
So they do tell you why one particular answer is the right answer.
Yeah.
Okay, and why the others are wrong. Okay, right.
That's
Thank
great.
you.
And I want to say this is the I want to say this is the best startup in this year in Sri Lanka.
This is the best startup.
No.
Startup in Sri Lanka this year.
Wow! Congratulations.
Right. Congratulations.
I mean, it really is a very much needed innovation. Congratulations. I'm so glad to have met you all at least. Right. Okay. Hamid? Hamid? Can we do it, Hamid? Okay. Hi. So shall I start the timer?
I didn't do any slides. So I was working and listening to you.
That's
okay.
Fine. Yeah.
I can explain
you
it
then.
So.
Okay. But now, is it possible for you to? Is it possible for you to push the screen a bit further away from you so that we can see more than just your face? Then you can use your hand and your body as well. Is it possible?
Class challenge.
Hamid?
Yeah, there was a network slow. So
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now, since definitely need to see you, can you push the screen a bit further away from you, please? Hamid, I know we need the visual, but then we'll switch off the visual and let's talk. Otherwise, I don't think, I think you'll get stuck frequently. Right. Much better. Okay, Hamid. I'm going to start the timer then.
so this is what I'm going to do, Machani. So
Hamid, let's switch off the video, Hamid. I really do want to see you, but since it's getting stuck frequently, shall we remove the video? It'll be easier to listen to you then. Hamid will switch off the video and you talk, please. Hamid. Okay, since Hamid seems to be stuck right now, shall we go to somebody else? Nimesh? Or who wanted time earlier, Nimesh? Or Christo? Christo, na?
Yeah.
Now can we?
Yeah, ma'am.
Right. Shall we start? Give me a minute. Let me write a message to Hamid. Since I don't have your numbers, I can't say anything. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. So Hamid seems to have disappeared. No. Right. Anyway, Christo, let's start. Do you have a presentation to share?
Yeah, ma'am.
Right. Okay. I
So
hope
I
Hamid
made it.
saw this.
Made it very quickly, so
No, that's
don't
fine. Don't
mind.
worry. No, that's great. Let's start.
Can you see it?
Still black, all dark. Ooh, okay. Fancy, right?
You can see it, right?
Yes, yes.
Um, so hello everyone. My name is Christo Emmanuel, and today I'm here to present my startup restaurant. It's my dream to start a restaurant in Vavuniya. So this is my company. This is my restaurant. The name is Finest Dining. So it's on my video if you want. Or can I start?
Christo,
Yeah. Hello.
you said there was a video, right?
No. Okay. I thought I can show my face.
Right, Christo, what we'll do is I'm going to restart, right? Because what's the issue? Is it the video?
Yeah. Ma'am. No, ma'am. Wait. I will come.
Anyway
I just
reset to
start to on my video cam so you can see me, but It's loading, so I
It's
will
okay.
move on.
No, it's okay. Let's do the presentation. I know this is practically impossible otherwise.
Yeah, I don't know why it's lagging a bit. So
It's okay. Let's do this. Okay. Back to 0. Start again, please.
no, it's really loading. I just
Oh,
clicked
okay.
start video and it got stuck. So
You switch off your video, please.
yeah, I just
I regret not being able to see your haircut today, but maybe next time when the hair grows out a bit.
it's really loading.
Yes. I'm sorry, everyone. We might go over 11:30 a bit because of these technical issues. I hope that's fine with everyone. Right. So, Christo, shall I ask someone else to do it
Yeah, sure, man.
until
Yeah,
you're sorted out? Hamid, I'm sorry we didn't hear you earlier, which is why, and I think you got stuck, which is why I moved on. Without switching on the video, can we talk? I know it's not ideal, but let's start.
Yeah, I'm Hamid. So one of my dream to start a sustainable business is globally. So what I choose to do is a recycling industry. Can you
Excellent.
hear us?
Yeah.
Where most of them are not going into that. So I take that challenge to go ahead with where in that industry. So I choose the product is PET bottles. It's
Sorry,
something
what?
like water bottles which
Okay.
we use PET bottles. We call it.
PET. Okay.
So where the consumers are using more and more of that. So while they are using FMCG products, so after they having it, they will throw the knowledge people will throw it into garbage or a perfect bin, or others will throw into the ocean or the river, whatever it is. So what we choose is there are problems here is in Sri Lanka there are only 30% of waste are getting recycled. So what we thought is to collect all those waste and get into what is the process of recycling, grinding, and to make it to give raw material to some other manufacturers who is going through that. Uh, the target market is there are some new markets are arising, such as like plastic bricks.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you.
Hello?
Continue, Hamid. Continue.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, continue, please.
Yeah. So what here is most of them don't have the knowledge about the recycling. So what, for example, the MAS holdings, what they did is they manufactured a T-shirt with what they recycling PET bottles, which they have introduced to Sri Lanka cricket team with their jersey. So one jersey can manufactured by 16 bottles. 16 bottles can match with a jersey. So there are huge opportunity, not now, in future that will be huge benefit for everyone without wasting an ocean or something. So it highly risky because we have to get more infrastructure to do that, more resources and investments. So we are doing some researches on that. Uh, there are highly opportunities global level, not in locally. They are not aware about that. So globally, we are trying to supply our products in future to the big manufacturers like the fabric, the yarn. So there are varieties of opportunity we have. So we are hoping for capture that also. That's almost running. So I don't have much time. So
Okay,
I
no,
prepared while
it's about
my
4.
work as well.
Good, thank you. I mean, I'm so glad to have met you all these seem impressive ventures. Does anyone have any comments? You didn't tell us the name of whatever business, I mean, the name of your business. Hamid?
We have the name, still we didn't register it.
Right.
So
So is it?
I have started
Yes.
one of my FMCG business.
Right.
That's name is Top Notch Brands Private Limited.
Okay. Right.
It's one of my FMCG company. So my team
So
is to
this is
start a recycling. So
right. So this is more like a business proposal rather than a business pitch. Yes. It's more like a proposal. What you did right now is more like a proposal since you haven't really started it yet. Hamid, can you please tell us a bit about your target market and how you're going to access them, or how you're going to sort of, educate them on the importance of recycling?
the recycling, if you take the example, what happened in last month, the ship got sink into the sea. What happens is the plastic granules, because the plastic is the most of them don't know what's the name of the, we call it plastic granules or the pellet. The what's in the round shape. So from that only we are manufacturing the plastic products such as the bottles. That's
Right.
the raw material which is, that's called as a virgin plastic. What we are doing is the recycling pellet. Yeah, most of we have talked to many customers. So what they thought is they use only the virgin plastic. It's highly cost also, so they are not using repeat. So what we thought is to explain them what is repeat, what we got through it. We want to educate them as well in future. So plastic is not going to. It takes long life to destroy this environment. So it takes several years to destroy.
That's right.
So what?
Right. So Hamid, since I didn't see your face or your gestures, I can't comment on that. But how were you sitting while you were talking? Because I felt you were very sort of out of breath, and your voice production wasn't quite, your voice didn't come out, sort of. How were you seated? Were you hunched? Because if you don't have good body posture, your voice won't come out. So for the voice production, right? The head should be up, shoulders back, tummy in a bit. Tummy. And I feel that Hamid can also work on his. Huh? No, what I said.
I'm not prepared for this.
Yeah, no,
because I
that's
was
fine.
working.
It's not about preparation.
Yeah.
It was about the presentation, right? I mean, you have to when you're talking, make sure you're not hunched, not restricting your air passageways, right? So for me, it felt like it was so it was inside you, not coming out properly. Do you understand what I'm saying? So maybe it was this circumstance, but
Yes, I understand.
yeah, and I think you can work on your clarity a bit. The way your words aren't clear enough, right? So if you want, I can give you some maybe pronunciation exercises or something like that to work on. Then
Sure.
yeah, I don't have them right now. Maybe next week, or email Edulink, I can forward them to you. right? So what you need to get your words. The proper way to say it is articulate. All the words, all the sounds need to be properly heard. Then it will be nicer. I mean, your presentation was very good. The idea is very good, but that would add more to it. Okay. Right. Anybody who has any comments? Yeah. Any comments for Hamid? We have to help each other. Nope. Okay. Right. Since we are running out of time, I'm going to rush now. Nimesh, shall we?
Yes, ma'am. I'll just share my slides, but it's not completed.
That's fine. So, can we see you also? Is it possible?
Yeah, let's try.
Did you make this now? No, right?
No, I partially created.
Okay. Hello, nice to see you.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, let's start.
Actually, I'm Nimesh. I'm presenting for Vimana Technologies. That is my company. We incorporated this by 2021. Nice team of and nice professional team, and we are basically doing digital transformation solutions for small and medium businesses. And our office located at Alfred Place, Colombo 3. Our vision is to be the company that provides technical support to create fully digital end-to-end environment. Our mission is to offer total cost-effective next-generation digital transformation and integrated network solutions in the shortest possible deployment time. Will be resulting our clients are able to launch their product ideas early. So these are the solutions what we have right now. We are doing infrastructure solutions and some tech IT products and some cloud-based developments as well. So most of the people, IT companies, they are doing these solutions individually. Our idea is to introduce these solutions as a framework, not only features or networking solutions. We are doing end-to-end solution. Let's say, as an example, let's say it's a security. If the company requires security solutions, we will introduce. Again, we can assess their current infrastructure and we can introduce them to total secure solution that's suitable to their budget and the requirement. So we can do risk assessment and total infrastructure solutions as for their requirement. So these are the solutions we have. We are doing office migrations, new office cabling, computer labs, showrooms, and branch networks, and those kind of passive networking solutions that we are doing. And then we have voice solutions, that is intercom solutions, PABX solutions, voice over IP solutions, those kind of things. And we are doing smart CCTV solutions, not regular CCTVs. We have AI-based smart CCTV solutions, and we have PA and pipe music solutions for supermarkets and offices, like infrastructure. And we have on Wi-Fi solutions. Let's say we can say, we would say not the general Wi-Fi solutions. We have controller-based uh, uh, high-tech Wi-Fi solutions that a smart, let's say, smart site Wi-Fi solution. And we have technology to connect multiple branches, not only using ISP uh, VPN solutions. We have end-to-end SD-WAN solutions as well. Yes.
Home sober.
Okay. Then product-wise, we have all type of PCs, laptops, mainly reputed brands. We are only doing genuine, the branded equipments, and actually, that's what I completed for that this time.
Right.
Mainly,
Okay.
I'm focusing small and medium businesses at the moment. Uh, but how I enter into market is during my last 10 to 12 years, I have few contacts and I built some reputation.
Now this
So,
is we are taking more than 4.5 minutes.
all right.
This should have been inside the 4.5.
Okay.
Okay, because
Right.
otherwise it's unfair for the others.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Okay. So what I like it, but the thing is, it was very technical for me. It was for someone like me, the jargon was a bit too much. So I feel that you may not have read your audience properly. So I don't know. I think there was another computer guy, right? He may have understood everything, but the others, I'm not sure if they understood it. What do you all say?
For me also, I think it was too much of technical things, which is not my forte. It's not my plus point. So it took me some time to understand what it was.
Yeah, you lost us at a certain point. I know you have prepared this for for a certain audience, but you have to always think about the current audience that you're presenting to.
That's the main challenge I'm facing right now. Yeah.
So the other, this is the thing. You could have. I can't do it. Right. So the thing is, I felt yes, you weren't addressing your audience properly. You could have. You could have told us what it does or something like that, given us a better idea, right? And the other thing is, don't read out your vision and mission. Those things අපිට කියව ගන්න පුළුවන්. So either you explain it or you just leave it be. You don't have to go through it, and you too have to proofread your letters, your words. There are certain places that you can get somebody's help. Right. Otherwise, other than that, it was a very nice presentation. The time factor and the jargon, the terminology was the main issue I had. Okay, and yes, you didn't address a few things because you tried to address it after the presentation, but it had to be inside it. So you can you tell me a bit about your? I'm sorry, we are running a bit late. I hope it's all right for everyone. Nimesh, you didn't tell us about your target audience. Sorry, target market.
Target market is small and medium businesses, right? At the moment.
Right. You said, okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yes. Okay. Very good. I'm actually really impressed. All these great entrepreneurs and business people. Right. Okay. Christo, shall we with your haircut?
Yeah.
Right. Can we see your haircut or not?
No, this time no, ma'am, because if I start to switch on the video, then everything is spoiled. So
okay, right.
I don't want to take that risk again. So.
Right. Okay.
I hope you can see my slides. So.
Yes.
So hello everyone. My name is Christo Manuel, and this is I plan to start a restaurant in Vamia. So it's been a long time we are planning. So this is a draft. Just I made it within 10 or 15 minutes. So my restaurant name is like Finest Dining. So it has a slogan of a taste of home. basically this restaurant will offer Sri Lankan, Chinese, and Indian recipes. Uh, the value proposition for my restaurant is like if you take restaurants in Maunia, they don't have. I think only one restaurant offers Chinese recipes, and that is not that good. So I think if I start this restaurant, I can uh, I can penetrate the market easily and attract more customers. And I will be using Facebook and Instagram as a main advertisement medium where most of the people in Maunia they use Facebook and they're not in social media. Most people are in Facebook, so I will be using Facebook page as a main advertisement medium, and plan to create website and mobile app for this restaurant. And moreover, products and services. Products will be like as I told, Sri Lankan, Indian, and Chinese recipes will be the main main products, and services will be like
Hello.
Krista, your voice is not heard.
I think he might be stuck.
hello.
Yes, Crystal. We
Yeah,
could.
ma'am. Power cut, ma'am. So I can't share here. So I will be
Okay.
telling. So there are so many struggles. So the products and services. My as I told, products are Chinese and Indian, along with Sri Lankan recipes. The services will be like I am planning to offer free delivery service within 5 kilometers radius, and other the people who are beyond that have to pay some extra money depending on the kilometers. So and furthermore, the strategies and problem that and target market of the restaurant, since it's going to be a startup restaurant, I take penetration pricing strategy is a good strategy to enter a market where having lower price for initial offering will attract more customers towards my restaurant, where I can gain more customers within few months. The problem is like same problem where since it's a new restaurant and people who are not used to Chinese food here in Maunia, so it takes some time and the sale will be the revenue will be like not much expected, but I don't think it won't be it would be like lower, but it can manage a bit. The target market for this restaurant will be the kids. And everyone who the variety of food are there, so people for every people they can come and have their enjoy the meal, um, and that's all. So basically this is my this is startup restaurant where I have planned and I'm talking with my family, so let's hope I can start in the future.
Right. All the best for that. Time wise, you were a little under, but it's okay.
Yeah, I thought to talk more about food and the services, but if I start to talk, I have to talk about the recipes, with
eh,
each and every recipe. So it will be boring for some people. So I just
okay. So here I felt you could have used a bit more technical terms, as in, you don't say recipes, do you? You say cuisine when you
yeah,
come to a
yeah,
restaurant. So,
yeah,
so something like that, because when you're presenting, you need to show that you know your stuff. So it could be on the screen, but you could explain it to us in more late, like sort of easier terms. I know this is like a
earlier
10-minute
I
thing.
put cuisines and but I thought there might be people who won't understand a bit. So
Yeah.
I just
So
find a
that's the thing.
synonym. Yeah,
You can, no, so cuisine, that's not exactly technical, I would say. That's cuisine is something we on a regular basis use, I think. So that is up to you. Recipes, you're selling recipes, not dishes.
yeah,
Do you understand the difference? So people will
yeah,
think, he's going to sell us the recipe for a Chinese this thing. So when you use words, you have to be careful. Since it was a 10 to 15-minute preparation time task, excellent. And I feel, okay, so you didn't address a very important aspect. When it comes to food, you have to have your standards, right? HACCP and GMP and all that. So that should have, I feel you should have touched on that. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, because food is always connected to hygiene and standards. So something like that, when you're presenting to people, I feel that it's best that you touch on it, because people know can buy නැතුව කන්න පුළුවන් කියන එක, right? Because especially these days, people are scared to eat from outer, like, out places outside. Okay, so I have a question now. If the people in Vaunia are not very familiar with Chinese and Indian food, why do you think they'll come to yours?
Because there are very few restaurants in Maunya. Only I think only one or two who target Indian, and only one
Right, but
target for Chinese
okay,
and
but
Indian.
what
But I
if
think if I start this restaurant, there might be sort of people who really want to give a try on it. So so by trying it, some people can like it. I think, yeah.
isn't that a bit shaky? That premise is a bit shaky for me, because don't you think you should have a survey or something before that to see how people will?
Yeah. I will be doing that too. Yeah, I
Okay,
plan to do it through social media,
right.
targeting
Yeah,
some students in schools and like some workers. And
yeah. You have
let's
to
see.
see the need
Yeah,
before you jump into anything, don't you think?
yeah.
Any comments? Any comments on how he can improve, or how fascinating his concept is? And Christo, when you're presenting, I know this is a tentative plan, but sound a bit more confident. From the way you were saying, you were like, I hope I can get this done. I'm not too sure. Don't bring that tone in.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to remember, you have to show confidence. All right. Any comments?
I think his concept is really good, but he'll have to promote it in a better way, I would say, because then only if he's confident about his concept, only then people will feel like, okay, we need to try it because it's something different from what we cook at home. The reason
That's right.
somebody comes to a restaurant is because they want a change in ambience, a change in the food that is being made at home. And yeah, you want something different to enjoy and just not do any work, You
Yes,
just
and
want that feeling of being pampered.
yeah,
So
and if the people are unaware of how good Chinese food can be or Indian food can be,
exactly.
the chances of them coming might be less. So you'll have to educate them more than your average restaurant here or whatever you call it.
And another I think input from my end would be, Krista, don't make it authentic Chinese. A lot of local Sri Lankans do not like
Can't,
bland local Chinese. They want a
yes,
little bit of spice in it. So
they
just
can't
accommodate
palate
that
it.
bit and you'll be good. So yeah.
Our palate can't handle authentic Chinese food. That's right. Any other comments? Thank you, Arva, for all that input. Okay, here it's okay. We are all here to learn. So if you found anything wrong or anything really good, I want you all to speak up and tell us. Okay, since apparently all of us have done a very good job, is there any comments that you would like to give me? Because this is the first time I'm doing this business English module. So if there is anything you want me to add or change, come on, give me a comment with you. Yeah.
I loved the whole session. In fact, it was very interactive, and I think I could spot my flaws more easily, I would say. So there's a lot of scope of self-improvement. And I would feel say, would you be doing written communication also, like say
Yes, we
business
do have
proposals and stuff?
yes, we do
Okay,
have.
yeah. So I would want that, like on how to approach, because since my background has been medicine and science since my younger days, this was something I've not even done accounts in school. So I'm like totally clueless with this field.
Yeah, understood. So for next week, I think we have planned pitching And
Okay.
the week afterwards, we'll be doing all this written stuff.
Right.
Right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Dilanka, anything to say? Please tell me, constructive criticism is extremely important.
Session is data.
I don't need if there is anything else to say, tell me. What do you want from this course? Am I addressing it? That's it.
Okay, so my English is not fluent because I don't know to talk. It's me. I don't know some.
Don't say that.
No, I don't know about some words, but because I know we are not used in practically English. So I'm in Ratnapura, so my family is Sinhala. So don't use English even a month.
Right.
So in this session, I'm really satisfied. I can speak English in here also.
Right. No, you know what, Dilanka, now even my parents are Sinhalese, right? And අපේ ගෙදර 98% of the time we speak Sinhala. But how I improved my English is because I read a lot, right? Every day around 9 to 9:30, you'll find me in bed with a big book, and I'll be reading until about 12 in the night, 12, 1, sometimes about 3 in the morning. And I did elocution, so my pronunciation and presentation aspect was improved. But my English is 100% because I read. Why don't you start reading? And I guarantee, like maybe in 1 month or 2, your English will be way better because you're worried about your English.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
reading now English books.
Good. Make it a habit, not a chore. අයියෝ කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා නෙමෙයි. I love to read. I want to know what happens after this. Oh my goodness, is this what's happening to this character? Why is the author killing him off now? Right? So have that. I guarantee you don't need any English class. If you read for about 2 months straight, 30 to 40 minutes a day at least, your English is going to improve. And you're not your talking is not bad. We can improve a little bit of your pronunciation if you want. That's it. Okay, Nimesh, I'm sorry, I know I'm going over time, but only today, I promise. Nimesh, may I know your feedback, please? Anything wrong that you need me to address?
No, ma'am, I feel very comfortable with the class. And
Right.
my thing also very similar to Dilanka's comment. We are also using the Singer language most of the times. I'm also reading and I love to learn the English pronunciation, and it's a beautiful language. So
It is.
I'm also very I'm also trying very hard to learn those.
Okay, so the secret behind very good English is reading. That I can guarantee, right? So if you read age appropriate, situation appropriate books, you will learn English fast, and it'll become a habit, and it'll come. Like I said, you can't produce if you don't have anything here. So to have something here, you have to receive as much as possible. Right? So receiving is through reading and listening. Reading and listening. Okay. Right. Okay. Hamid, anything you'd like to say about what to improve and all that?
I don't know whether you will believe or not. This is my first time I was making a presentation in English. So, are you?
Yeah, can hear. Not very clear, but yeah. Go on, please.
So I will repeat it. So this was my first presentation I was made in English.
Right.
Somehow I
Oh,
presented
really?
in English. So
Okay.
I feel confidence now. So all these days I was one of my weaknesses is that language.
Right.
So I want to come up with it.
Right. If you start loving English,
Yeah.
Please go on. Sorry. Hamid, please go on.
I hope I can do much.
Right. There's not much we can do, right? 2 hours per week is not going to help you much, but read. And if you read for 2 months straight, at least 30 minutes a day, and if your English doesn't improve, I'll stand on my head, guaranteed. Okay, right. But you have to read at least 30 minutes a day for 2 months. Crystal, what's your feedback? And then you all can leave.
Really very good. I mean, like I learn a lot from this, and your comments are very useful for me, and I think I can improve a lot with my English because I'm not good at English compared to you guys.
Stop
And
saying that.
I can improve my English. So I think throughout this module, I think I can today learn how to present and everything. We did something in HND, but not much detail like this. I mean, like how to do things and what to not to do. I mean, with your comments and all, really helped me, and I think I can improve my English as well. So thank you so
Right.
much, and thank
No
you, Arwa,
worries.
for your comments. I didn't mention earlier, so.
Right. So then we'll wrap up. I hope to see you all next week. We'll be doing about pitching, right? If you have time, go and watch Shark Tank on YouTube, right? Have you all heard of this Shark Tank?
Yes.
Right. So watch that. That's all about pitching a business, right? So watch a few of these and you'll understand what sort of their pitch is very technical. I'm not sure whether that is the same sort of technicality that they expect in Sri Lanka. But do watch a bit of this and we'll come and talk next week about pitching. Okay.
Ma'am,
Right.
will you be sharing your email so that we can regarding our
I'm not sure how it's done done at Edulink. Like I said, this is the first module of business English that I'm taking. So with my other class, of course, I'm going to share my WhatsApp with them. Let me check with Edulink and get back to you.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, right. Just word it nicely, okay? Right. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Thank you, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for joining. Bye.